I'm Robert Bell, and we're here at the 2013 NAB show talking with thought leaders in media contribution and distribution about some of the most important trends shaping the industry, from technology shifts to changing viewer expectations. And here's what one of them had to say about the most important changes taking place today.
Well, instead of being a transport-only type of business, we have migrated and transitioned to provide turnkey solutions. And in that aspect, we now have to shop around for different solutions that we can integrate to our delivery systems. Now, the interesting part of it is that most of the transport that we do is not only in dedicated satellite systems, but also in shared networks. And that brings up a challenge of delivering such rich content and so much, let's say, bandwidth to regions that are our natural market. So we deliver to Africa, Latin America, the Caribbean. We need to have very efficient bit rates and then sometimes combine that with the data component of the business that we provide. So we have had to develop some new lines of businesses. We incorporated IPTV as a platform for delivery of content, not just not really getting ourselves involved in the content per se, so that our customers can do that. But we deliver most of our product and services using those platforms and creating some strategic alliances with vendors that facilitate that process. So at the end of the day, we can provide a system that not only gives them access to the backbone, but also delivers some content that enriches the experience for the customers. I would say the dynamics of all these markets coming from some transport technologies to others, and also the fast-paced rhythm at which technology vendors have to keep up with new requirements. So even though most of our customers in our natural market are quite happy with having normal small pipes, considering that there's no other way to get to their places in rural areas, for instance, they still want TV and they still want some type of entertainment. And the IPTV business has been very difficult to adopt in those markets. So we come back with old solutions that become new again and do transport with different technologies, either satellite or radio, UHF, anything that makes it possible. They want us to deliver content. They want us to put them in contact with content providers. They want real low prices for that content. They don't want to struggle with the whole back-end solution of handling encryption, content protection, and stuff. But at the same time, they want to do it right so that they can actually have deals with the content providers. At the same time, most of the content providers would not like to deal with brokers, for instance, because that makes it more difficult for them to have visibility on whatever business is running on their customer base. So most of our customers are asking for the content, the delivery, the low rates, and the whole management of their back-end billing systems and solutions. But they rather not to deal with most of that work. So teleport owners are now becoming owners of that component as well. As long as the research and development keeps up with the technology and research and development the other technologies are investing on, I think it should, because satellite in our particular experience, satellite is always the first option whenever nothing else is available. Now, satellite also presents a specific features that other technologies seem to not to provide right out of the box because of all the experience in the broadcast industry. But they are catching up. So we think that satellite vendors, not only equipment providers, but the owners of the satellite birds require a little more of thought in research and development and how to come up with creative solutions that balance their budgets, and it's not just raw bandwidth what they sell. Otherwise, it's just going to be more and more expensive. The demand is going to grow, but then when the cost is higher, then obviously we all look for alternatives. That's a good question. The dynamics has been quite fast-paced, so I would say that I personally want to see more integration between vendors of platforms and the satellite providers without interfering in each other's businesses, but more communication so that integration, that exchange of ideas brings real issues to their solving table. There are some specific technologies, subjects that need to be addressed in the satellite business and the video distribution business for IPTV and for alternative distribution technologies. So those things need to be discussed, and right now we see a separation. There's a gap in that communication channel, I would say. Yes, most of the hardware and the equipment vendors would spend lots of resources trying to accommodate and to improve the efficiency of bit rates, for instance, compression algorithms and things like that. But some of that could be already embedded in the way the signaling and the satellite works. No many satellite providers are interested on building new equipment that already provides some of that at the satellite level. So the transport could enhance some of those technologies and make it easier and maybe more productive and more efficient and easier to acquire raw bandwidth for those needs.